out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Russell. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. And for Sacramento, Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. At the guard positions, Mitchell and Monk. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. With injuries and Clark as teams prepare for the playoffs, this is the time of year where we really see the value of depth.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, teams that can go 10 deep really have a nice luxury of being able to spread out their minutes. I think which helps keep the stars fresh for the stretch run and keep them from being overworked. Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Pass to Noel. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
There's the pass to Towns. And the layup is good.
Towns has a rare combination of size and skills, and you know, when he gets the rock in the painted area, good luck trying to stop him. He's dangerous down there.
Murray, the pass to Monk. Here's Mitchell. No good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level, and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And the shot is good.
We know he can shoot deep, but he also has a nice touch inside. So Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
Noel passes to Towns. Over Murray. Here's Gobert. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Boy, man, can Monk fly. I mean, it's fun watching this dude get up and drop the hammer.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Tries it from 9. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got his second bucket. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
On the wing, Monk. Back to Mitchell. And stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
raises the glass to finish the win. Russell's got 7 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Lyle comes in for Murray. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Monk. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And it's Barnes snapping it down.
Boy, Barnes excels at ripping the defense apart at the seams with his ball handling now. That's an improved part of his arsenal.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside, Russell. Passes it to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Towns, covered by Lyles. Towns down low. Lyles there. And the shot goes down. 6 points for him.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Minnesota. Patrick Beverley comes in for Noel. Beverley finds Prince. Reed, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Edwards looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Russell. From past the arc. No good. Good D by Mitchell. The Kings trail by 8. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Barnes against Edwards. The tray. Kept alive by Sacramento. Holmes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Minnesota.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Jordan McLaughlin's checked in for Minnesota. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Great D that time from Davis.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Prince with it. Holmes covering.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that board. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the charts. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense. You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to get dominated on the glass like that.
D'Angelo Russell.
Timberwolves, 31. Here they come, fans. Your
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Taurean Prince, and it's McLaughlin in at the one. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table. Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty dominant move by the Cat.
Here's Sabonis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. He had 13 points in the win against the Lakers. High post shot. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And he comes up with the deuce. Monk's got 6.
You look at Sabonis, and he clearly is one of the best passing big men in the game because he sees the floor so well.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Upside Prince.
Sacramento foul.
Minnesota making a switch here. Edwards is checked in.
First team foul. Substituting on the court.
Here's McLaughlin. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's sent back by Mitchell. On the wing, Monk. Here's Medu. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Edwards passes to McLaughlin. And that one, good.
Jordan McLaughlin.
McLaughlin's got his first points of the game.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Monk, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The Kings making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Noel. Krills the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Timeout called by the Kings. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Pass to Noel. Barnes against Edwards. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And in today's NBA, there are more and more female coaches than ever before. And, Clark, that extends to the front office, too.
Kevin, I think it's a trend that will continue. I mean, the NBA and society realizing that diversity in all of its forms is a real strength. And the growth of the women's game producing some outstanding coaching and front office candidates.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Edwards. Beverly against Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Edwards, that's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Outside Edwards. Back to Beverly. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Oh, I love the aggressive mindset Beverly has. I mean, that's really what makes him special. He's not afraid of getting bumped, especially when he's going to the bucket.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Noel. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Sacramento. It's a 10-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Reed with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
The offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 12.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The pass to Herter. To the paint. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Murray.
And give credit to Murray right there, absorbing the hit and finding a way to finish.
Towns. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Towns has got 8 points in the quarter. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And some changes here for the Kings. Lenz checked in for Lyles. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Murray. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Kevin Herter. Outside Edwards. Len grabs the board.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Kings shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, this season versus last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You can see the coach very displeased with their defensive effort on the glass. They're giving up a bunch of second chance points. They got to get that corrected.
Let's give a big round of applause for your 9-1-6 crew.
Here's Bazemore. There's 1:40 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Mitchell. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Russell passes to Prince. Now Reed, guarded by Len. Fade away. Reed misses.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Kicks it out to Prince. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Russell against Mitchell. Russell, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to the wing. Here's Towns. Tries again. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Holmes. Mitchell against Russell. From the arc. Shot's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for Sacramento. Now, here is Russell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. It's all tied in Sacramento. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
52.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back. The first quarter, a difficult one for Sacramento. A big part of the problem was their defense. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please get a big round.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. At the guard positions, Mitchell and Monk. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes and at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. The shot's good for Monk.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Passes it to Noel. Here is Edwards. puts up a three. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Here's Noel. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Noel's got his third basket of the night right there.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Russell against Mitchell. Russell passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Here's Sabonis. And the layup's good off the glass. Sabonis has got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Timberwolves call time. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Barnes passes to Murray. Sabonis inside. Defended by Gobert. Sabonis, no good.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
They grabbed their own miss. And that one's good. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Towns has excellent size and really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive board.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The Kings trail by 3. Driving the lane, and then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Man, I like seeing Barnes whip out the big-time dunks, boy. I tell you, a high-flying forward who knows how to throw it down.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Scooped up. Out to Edwards. Goes back up. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And you see Towns with the big, sure hand controlling that putback.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Here's Monk into the lane. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Monk is what we call a pure scorer. Even when he gets drilled by the defense, he stays with his shot.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Torian Prince comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Noel. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. The Timberwolves working the ball around and finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Good work there as it goes. Sabonis has got the game tied up here for Sacramento.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Minnesota making a switch. Reed's checked in. Here's Monk. He's got 14. Pass to Herter. Outside, Davis. No good on the three.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Monk. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Now, when this guy catches fire, Monk puts the defense in a real bind. Excels at getting to his spots and is a really versatile scorer.
Here's McLaughlin. Monk defending. Outside Russell. Three-pointer. And another three for Minnesota.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Lyles with a wide-open look. The shot will not fall. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. McLaughlin. And the rejection by Holmes.
Minnesota ball.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Minnesota. Tries a three off the inbound. Cans it from downtown. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And Beverly is very consistent from outside. Solid at hitting the three ball when given the opportunity to shoot it.
Holmes, good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
2 minutes.
The pass to Beverly. Prince kicks to Edwards. And Terrence Davis gets the whistle that time.
Terrence Davis.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Beverly. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Sacramento making a switch here. Len's checked in. Here's Holmes. Drops in the layup for 2. Holmes got 4 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Fades back. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Herter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
On the wing, Monk. He's guarded by Russell. From the left block. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Beverly against Davis. To the inside. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Prince. Russell's got 18 points.
And, you know, once Russell catches fire now, let him eat. I mean, he's got the ability to take over games with his scoring.
Holmes passes to Monk. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Kings ball. Substituting on the court.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Monk. For three. That shot off the mark. And a great show through three quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Timberwolves ahead.
The Timberwolves, 84. Fans.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, a pair of #1 picks are at the forwards, Edwards in town. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Noel in at the 2.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Mitchell.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle.
First team foul.
You got to play without fouls.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Gobert in the corner. Pass to Noel. On the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Holmes passes to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Kings to take the lead. Holmes trying to free himself up. And there's the nice layup by Barnes.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Noel passes to Gobert. Barnes against Edwards. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Murray's checked in for the Kings. Minnesota also with the sub. Russell's checked in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Edwards, that's good.
And physically, Edwards may not look young, but he is just scratching the surface of what he can become. A lot of upside in this young man.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The Kings trail by 3. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Murray gets to Monk. From the baseline. Hits the front of the rim and out. Timberwolves leading by 3. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Second chance shot, and Murray finishes it off.
And so aggressive on the offensive glass. Murray using that size well.
Here's Russell. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
All right, David, thanks. All alone, and the slam dunk by Russell.
6'9" wingspan of Russell. Reaches, picks it clean, then there he goes off to the races.
For three, Mitchell. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin. Hands the 12-footer. 26 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, fantastic job that time, cashing in from the mid-range by Russell. He understands when to pick his spots from the mid-range area. He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Minnesota leading by 4. And the pass to Noel. Kicks to Edwards. Down low. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Murray. Count it. Good. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Murray loves knocking down the big shot. He does not fear the moment.
It's Russell with the drive. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Monk. Murray surveying the D. Barnes passes to Murray. Now, here's Monk. Launches it. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. It's going to go on Javion Mitchell.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, he completely took over, I think, on both ends of the floor. Scoring with authority and influencing a lot of plays, almost every play. This was the kind of night you dream about as a player.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Knocked loose and stolen by Barnes. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Monk finds Mitchell. Outside, Sabonis. Deep 2 from Murray.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
Again, the miss by the Kings.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
For 3, Edwards. It's good from long range. Edwards got 14 points now in the second half.
And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Russell against Mitchell. And the Kings making a change here. Merrill's checked in. He throw good, Russell.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
Back to Monk. Here's Sabonis. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Russell passes to Edwards. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Barnes. Monk kicks to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And guys, so far in this one, Murray has been delivering offensively. This kind of scoring is what paid him a high lottery pick.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Edwards. Pass to Noel. Outside, Russell. 6 to shoot. Here's Noel. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
A shot. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that
Anthony
clock
Edwards.
and take care of the ball.
The assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Both teams will make substitutions. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather
Kings
as well.
Sam Merrill. Second personal foul. 5th team foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jared Butler.
And so Butler nails both of them. Now the Kings with it, trailing by 13. And stolen by Butler. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Chalk up 2 there.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Medu. They get it again. Bazemore for 3. That shot no good. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was eventually a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks for...
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge.